Hello duckies, Andy Lippy here, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. This is face tracking directly inside of OBS. I'm not using any third-party software. I'm only using StreamFX plugin for OBS. Incredible update to the StreamFX plugin. Zaymar has done an insane job at this. I can take a little walk over here. It's going to track my face, get me all centered all the time, maintaining my face in the center. So let's get into it. It's super easy to do. There is a slight disclaimer. This method will only work if you're using an RTX card from NVIDIA, okay? Because we are going to be tapping into NVIDIA's SDKs. But if you don't have one, stay tuned, make sure you are subscribed, because I'm going to be going into other different tutorials on different ways of doing face tracking that don't necessarily require NVIDIA or an RTX card, okay? So make sure you are subscribed for that. Without further ado, let's get into it. Put your rocket with a stone. This portion of the video is sponsored by Owned Pro. Owned Pro is your all-in-one solution for stream management. The free plan is packed full of features such as copyright-free music, which is crazy. With the Pro plan, you can get unlimited access to 600 plus overlays, which install directly into OBS with a single click. It's super easy. You can even save yourself 50% off using my code Andy50Pro, and each purchase will support the channel as well. I'll leave all the links down in the description. Thank you very much, duckies. Right, so as I said, there are a couple of things that we're going to need beforehand. NVIDIA's SDK, which is all here. I will be leaving all the links in the description, so don't worry. And as I did say, you will need an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 and above, or Quadro RTX, yada yada yada. All the requirements there of what you need for this to work. So we need to get all this downloaded. A lot of you might think, oh, I only need like the video effects and the augmented reality stuff, because that says it's used in StreamFX. But you will want to download all three of these, because it wouldn't run for me unless all three SDKs were installed. So depending on which card you've got, whether it's an RTX 30 series or a 20 series, you need to just download the relevant ones and download each one of them, okay? And then it's going to be a standard exe installer, which you're just going to run through, get it all installed. You might need to restart your computer after that, okay? So get all three of them installed and restart your computer, and then you're ready to make sure you've got StreamFX all installed as well. So that's on the OBS forums just here. Again, all the links in the description, so don't worry about that. All the info's here. Version 11 has just come out, so the actual stable release, which is amazing. There's some really great features in there, like virtual green screen, again tapping into NVIDIA's engine as well, which I'll be kind of doing on this channel as well, so make sure you are subscribed for that one. But we just need to head to go to download, just that little link up there, and all the recent additions. There's some insane stuff here. Zaymar really has done a great job with things like upscaling, denoisers. Just look at it all, it's amazing. So we're going to head right down to the bottom, and we've got options here. We've got a Mac version, Ubuntu, and we've also got Windows as well, which is insane. So we're going to download the EXE version for Windows, because that's what I'm on now. So just click on it, and it'll start downloading. If for any reason it's not downloading, you might need to get signed in to GitHub and maybe make an account, but it should just work anyway, so don't worry about that. And once you've got that, open the EXE up, allow it to run, and then it's going to start running through all the install steps. So I'm going to install for all users, accept the agreement, and then depending on how your OBS is working, whether or not you're using it in portable mode, you need to choose whether or not static or portable. Static is pretty much going to just install it to the correct location, which is usually in your C drive and program files, and then it'll start installing it. It'll make sure you've got all the prerequisites installed as well, or you can just use portable, and then you can actually choose where you want it to be installed to on there. So I've already got mine installed, so I'm not going to carry on with that, but just press next, get it all installed, okay? And once that's done, again, it's always good to give your computer a good restart, especially with adding the SDKs on there and everything like that, and it'll just make sure your computer's ready for it to go. So once that's all done, you can open up OBS. So I'm inside of OBS here. There's not really anything going on. I've just got my camera just here. I'm using a virtual input so I can have the camera in 2 places. And to get this added, you'll know it's all installed correctly because you'll see StreamFX just up here and all the relevant information. If you need any further help, you can go to the Discord and all that jazz as well. So to get this actually on, we're just going to select the source we want it on. So it can be a camera source like this. It works best with the camera sources rather than putting it on a nested scene. I find it's just a little bit better. I don't know, your mileage may vary on that kind of thing, but I like to just do it on the actual camera input. Go to filters, or obviously right click it and go to add filters. So filters, and then we've got effect filters just here. So we're going to press the plus sign and you'll see a few different things that have been added from StreamFX. The one that we're looking for is auto framing just here. So we're going to select auto framing. We can give it a name if we want to. I'm not. I'm going to press OK. And you'll see it started to track where I am right now on screen. So mine might be a little bit janky. It's actually quite smooth because I'm using my camera in 2 places at once, which is never good, but it seems to be working fine. So we've got a lot of different options that we can use in here. We can press open manual, and this will actually load us to the GitHub page so we can see what all these different things mean. So rather than me sit here and explain each one for your liking, because I'm the kind of guy that likes to just experiment with settings and just start moving values until I break it, and then obviously regret it and then fix it, and then you start tinkering with it to get the right setting for you. So all the information is here on what this actually does, which is really nice. Hopefully there will be more supported providers in the future. If Zaymar adds them, that'd be really cool. So opening this back up, we've got different modes, whether or not you're in a group or solo. I have actually tested it with my other half, and it did track really well to keep us both in frame. It was really, really good. And so we can do that. Change the frequency. Obviously, I found it perfectly fine at 20 Hertz. Like, as you can see, the tracking is really snappy, and it's nice and smooth as well. We've got a smoothing option. If I turn that right down, you'll see how quick and jank it is now. Obviously crank that to the top and you'll see it's a lot smoother when it's moving, which is really nice. Which, depending on what effect you're looking for, there's some really good kind of effects that you'll get out of turning maybe this on. Good meme effects, zooms and stuff. So we've got prediction as well, which is just kind of like, well, it kind of just predicts where it's going to make it a bit smoother. Just experiment with both of these settings to get the right thing for you, which is really nice. And obviously you can add multiple ones of these filters and adjust the values, so depending on the effect that you're wanting. Stability, again, that kind of goes with a smoothing. If I crank that right up and start moving over here, it goes really slow and smooth because it's trying to keep the jankiness away. So as you can see, if I move to one side and then the other, it's just taking a while for it to move. But if I turn that all the way down to like the bottom, it'll just kind of just do whatever it wants to just keep me centered. Again, depending on the sort of effect you're looking for. So padding, this is quite cool. So this is depending pretty much how zoomed in you want it to be. So if I set this to like 1% and 1%, you'll see I'm well zoomed in now, and my face is just bang in the middle all the time. And obviously turning that stability down to keep me more centered and the smoothing right down, I'm just always going to be in the center, which, depending on what sort of effect you're looking for, is pretty cool to have that kind of tracking if you need your face to be in the center. But say you don't want your face in the center, you can actually use the offset option just here. So if I set this one to 0 on the Y scale, I'm dead centered now. And say if I go 90% to on the X-axis, you'll see I'm now anchored to this side of the screen. So depending on where you want it offsetting, you can adjust that on the X and the Y axis as well. And the padding, again, if I set this to say, I usually have it on something like 80, because I find if I have 80% on both, I'm only slightly zoomed in, but it will give me room to pan the camera as well, which is really, really nice. This is so like unstable, so I'm just going to crank that up because it makes my eyes go funny. And we've also got aspect ratio, which I think is a really, really nice feature that Zaymar's added. So if we do 1 by 1, it always keeps the it's almost like it's cropping the image, just so it's literally in whatever aspect ratio you want, and it will keep you centered to that aspect ratio or wherever you've offset yourself. And there's so many different aspect ratios just in here, which is really nice, and that will adjust constantly, even to some crazy ones like a super thin one like this. So depending on what kind of thing you're looking for, it's just nice that that feature's actually added in there as well. And then at the bottom we've got the advanced options, which is the provider. Hopefully there will be other providers that Xamar might work with to get more facial tracking. Obviously a lot of things are developing in like the AR world and face tracking and all that kind of thing. All the technologies are really starting to boom now. Obviously you got things like SnapCam using stuff like this. I don't know if that could be a thing. I'm not like a programmer or anything, but it'd be cool to see other providers just there. And obviously if we turn auto framing off, it put our camera back to how it is. Turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, which is awesome. I think it's so easy to use, and it really helps me with videos and things. So when I'm in that smaller corner, as you saw, I'm actually developing my video setup, because I do all my videos in one take, as you know. But when I transition to being in the small sides, when I'm showing the monitor, I'm having that on the facial tracking just in case I move out of shot, because I have seen some of my previous videos where I'm actually not in shot at all. So when I'm on my small screen, I know my face is always going to be centered and I don't have to worry about it. So let me know what you guys are going to be using this for. If you've got any questions or anything, bang it in the comments. And that's pretty much it. All right, if you want to support me, then consider joining Patreon or the channel members here. It really does help me make this content full-time for everybody out there for free as well. So thank you so much for everyone that does support me on that. All right, put your rock with a stone. Much love. I just want to say a huge thanks to all my patrons that help make this content full-time, make it free for you guys, and also a huge thanks to all my YouTube members. You guys are legends. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me and the community. Keep it up, guys.